I want to clarify that bitachon, or having complete trust in Hashem and having complete trust that everything is good and everything is working out for you, is very different from toxic positivity. We are human, and as human beings, we have fears, we have anxieties. I think especially in the world that we live in, it's a world of such immense uncertainty. It's being reflected in geopolitics, it's reflected in, global equities in the stock markets. It's impossible to not have some level of anxiety rooted in the uncertainty that we're experiencing. It's actually in confronting this anxiety, in facing our demons, that I think we earn and achieve bitachon, or true trust in Hashem. It's a bit of a feminine, maternal approach to kirva and spirituality. The idea is that when fear or anxiety rises in us, we want to spend time with that and acknowledge it, almost like a mother. When I see fear and anxiety surface in me, the first thing I tell myself is that it's not the truth. And then I really spend time nurturing those sensations. I hold them, I'm with them, I don't resist them. And then I have this really beautiful practice where I surrender the fear and the uncertainty to Hashem. Like I ask Hashem almost for a hug. So it's sort of acknowledging maternal energy in God. And I've found that in being with my fear and anxiety, I'm able to center and connect with the inner space that's aligned with Hashem. That inner space is our intuition. That inner space has natural trust. That inner space has natural bitachon in Hashem, and it knows what to do. You could actually see this in the Torah. We're approaching Pesach now. And if you look at the story of the Exodus, when Bnei Israel leave Mitzrayim, and they're in the desert and they're approaching the Red Sea, and Pharaoh and the Egyptians start chasing them. And behind them is this enemy that wants to kill them, and in front of them is this sea that logically they can't enter. They get really, really afraid. They freak out. The Torah explicitly says, Vayiru, Vayizaku leHashem. They get incredibly afraid, and then they yell to Hashem. So you see there's an acknowledgement of the fear, and you see that they actually turn to Hashem to help them through this fear. They're not pretending that they're not afraid. They're not pretending that everything is okay. It is not chill to have an enemy behind you that wants to kill you and a sea that you can't walk into, like thrashing in front of you. So they're not pretending to be chill, and they're not pretending to be okay. They are afraid, and they surrender the fear to Hashem. And in that surrender, in surrendering that fear, Hashem then speaks to Moses and says to him, go, face the fear. Hashem speaking through Moses is that voice of intuition that tells you what to do. And that voice gives you strength to dive into your fear, even though your logical mind and your ego is saying, do not do that. So look at the pattern here. In acknowledging the fear and surrendering it to Hashem, they were able to connect with their intuition, or Hashem's voice telling them, go forward with confidence. So I wanted to really point that out because I think we in Judaism talk a lot about bitachon and trust in Hashem. And there isn't a lot of conversation around spending time with and hugging and being with our fears and anxieties in a very sort of feminine, cradling, maternal way, which I believe is the route to connecting to our true bitachon internally. I wanted to point that out. Bye.